All right. Recording. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, so this is the training session 3. I'm sorry that I was sick last week and had to postpone this, but it actually works out probably better because the timing is better as far as technology that's in the classrooms. And, you know, although we are still working on that, they are still adding technology as we're going. But the 3 things I'm going to focus on is recording in the classroom, creating and sharing a live stream, and then closed captioning and creating transcripts, which is a pain. But the thing that's missing on here is Zoom, using Zoom with Echo360. And the reason that I'm not going to be talking about that today is because I found out yesterday that we don't actually have that capability yet, but it is coming. So when it does get here, then I will probably make a video and share it with everyone. So to show how to use Zoom, or to, you know, upload your Zoom captures to Echo. So I am actually in a classroom right now that has the technology, or at least a version of the technology. And in these classrooms that they have installed these cameras, you're going to see there are 2 laminated sheets, and they are generic. So they do give instructions for how to begin an Echo360. Hold on just a second, y'all. I think someone's having trouble getting in.
Angie, I'm a little confused.
Okay.
Are our College of Health Profession rooms going to have new capabilities and new cameras?
Some of them will, and I do know that you don't have cameras downstairs, and I'm hoping that that's going to be coming. I do know that they are having trouble with getting some of the equipment because so many colleges and schools are ordering this type of stuff. So as far as I know, I will double check on a specific room for you to see if it's in the works. But yeah, that should be coming. I'm sorry, someone's having trouble getting. Can y'all hold on just 1 second? Okay. All right. So
Angie,
and when that,
in?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, what room are you in?
Craig, what is this what's the number? 214, I think. It's right next to the dean's office.
Okay, great, thanks.
On the same side, not the big one across the hall. And it's not really being used right now, and you'll see when I share some of the, when I move the camera around, that it's not really set up as far as the physical space, but the technology is. So, so yeah, there are basically 2 types of room setups. One is like this, where it has the camera on the wall that will move when you want it to, or some have a more simplistic setup with just a webcam, which I have brought a webcam in here for me to have specifically in this classroom. Okay, Jeff got it. All right. And so anyway, so it looks like, and I'm going to go through all of these steps with you. So this is like the top of the first page, and then there's a second one here that tells you, and that's just basically setting up the creating the recording itself. But then there is a way, there's a remote control, and you can kind of see that in the back over here, and then they zoomed in, and it tells you, and this is not always exactly right. Like I said, these are generic instructions. So if it's a classroom you use a lot, you might want to go in there and just look at it. If you want me to come along with you, I'm happy to help you with that. But there is like a way for a wide shot, and I'm going to show you this and what this looks like.
Could you tell us which rooms do have it already?
I'm sorry?
Which rooms already have it?
This one does 214. I'm pretty sure the one down the hall does. Was that 206? So a lot of the classrooms that we are using now, and if it doesn't have it, they should be coming. So, so again, I know that that one for PT does not have it yet. So I'm going to check on that one specifically. With Susan Cadone, she's the one who kind of,
I'm not sure 206 has it. I saw a camera sitting over on the side, but I don't think it's.
so they may not have it installed yet.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I know that they are still like in the process of the installations. So when that does happen, you know, if you would feel more comfortable with me going in with you before you have any class in there, please let me know. We can schedule something. I'll walk over there with you.
Okay.
Angie, this is Nanette.
Nanette.
We're using the pharmacy rooms.
Uh-huh.
When they were showing us how to use their equipment, because they don't use IT apparently, they use their own IT person. They were saying that their Echo360 is situated differently and we have to schedule recordings. Do you know anything about that?
Schedule a recording?
Yes, they have to schedule it in some way. You're not familiar?
I know how you could do that. It just seems strange to me that they would require that you can't do an ad hoc recording.
Well, we can talk about it offline.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's it. Okay.
And I mean, if they have their own IT person, they may have just set it up differently. I'm not sure why they would want to do that because you need that support. But anyway, I did see that you guys were in the pharmacy classroom. Have you done any recordings that you know of? Has anyone?
No.
Not yet. Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
Angie, you might have said this already, Angie. I apologize.
That's okay, Jeff.
And then we won't have it in the downstairs PT classrooms.
So it won't be there?
No, because it's not the university. It's not considered a shared space, and the university isn't covering the cost of that, and so it's not.
Well,
We won't have Echo360 capability, classroom recording capability in the PT.
It would just be like a webcam. Will they have a webcam in there at all?
No.
Well, I might suggest, like the webcam that I have in here that I'm using right now costs, I think, like $25. That might be something that you want to look at. I bet if we had a conversation with the dean, we might be able to.
This is per Jeanette, so I'm assuming
Okay.
it's.
I'll speak with Jeanette and I'll see what. Okay. Yeah, that is.
Because we pretty much have just been planning our original plans for how we were going to use Echo360 in there. We've pretty much just put the kibosh on those because it's not happening.
Yeah, what I would do, at least until we're able to get some technology in there, is to get a webcam. I would show it to you, but it's recording. But it's just like a little bit, it just sits right up here, and that's what I'm using right now in here, just because I like to have a webcam, but then in addition to the one that's on the wall.
Okay.
Let's see, someone has a chat.
We also have that in the PA classroom, that little webcam sitting on our podium computer, and we're using that for Echo360.
Okay, and that works just fine. I mean, unless the thing that this camera actually does, and I see that Emily's saying they don't think they're planning on getting. Okay, I will suggest that if they don't have the webcam or any camera, get like this little webcam. This has good quality and it's only like $25. But the thing that the ones on the wall will do is record. If there's like a whiteboard, it will zoom in on that. It will also give a wide shot of the classroom. So I'll show you that really quickly. So I don't think it would be absolutely necessary. It depends though. It really depends on what you want to be able to show in the recording. So let's see, I'm gonna go to create and then new capture. I just want to show you what the camera does. Okay. All right, so we have over here on the left display 1, which is my computer screen. And you know that you can change the input. And so I have like this AverCam 520 Pro is the one that's on the wall. Then there's a USB video device. That's my webcam that I plugged in. So what's on here now is display 1, and then here is the camera that's on the wall, and you can see that it's a wide shot of the classroom. And then like the instructions tell you if you push P2, see it gives a tight shot. And then the other settings, which in this classroom it doesn't have, but I mean, it's not zooming in on the whiteboard, it's just, there's a wall. But theoretically, it would be zooming in on a whiteboard. So if you were writing something on the board, that would be streamed as well. And then P4 on the instructions say it's on like the right. So if there were a right whiteboard, then it moves. Of course, it's showing the door here. But so really, it just depends on what you need in the classroom. It may be that it's not really worth the investment for that camera. I'm not sure how much that costs, but I can imagine it's pretty pricey. But what I really wanted to focus on today was how to create the live stream and how to make it, you know, set it up in the classroom. So when you go in there that you still have that recording for your class. So I'm going to close out of this and I'm going to show you from the beginning what you need to do. So I'm on my home page. And so this is for creating and sharing. I'm going to show you how to create the live stream, but of course it works pretty much the same way without one little detail if you're just doing the recording and not creating a live stream. So I'm in my course. The course is SB100 is what I want to point out to you. And then Echo360, I'm going to click on there. And so it's taken me into my course here. And then this is a class that I set up that I named Echo360 Session 3, blah, blah. So I set that up ahead of time. And then, so now this is what I'm going to do as soon as I come into the classroom and get ready to start having class. I'm going to create a new capture. And then it's going to bring up that screen that we just closed out of a little while ago. And what Susie was talking about is over here, when you go into the classroom, it doesn't matter that you have logged into Canvas. What really, because this is still, I'm not sure why, but this still can pick up who was in here last, in the classroom last. So you want to make sure if someone else's name is here that you log out and then you can log back in. But make sure your name is up here, because if you don't, then your recording is going to most likely go to someone else's library, Echo360 library, and you won't have access to it. So make sure you do that. And then the next thing is you want to edit these capture details. Okay, so then you want to give this, the title, give the recording a title. So you can just say like, I don't know, chapter 1. You can enter description if you want, tags. Now the capture duration in minutes, this is important because unlike Zoom, after this 60 minutes is up, it will cut the recording. So if you're not sure, the highest I think is 4 hours, but you might want to put 2 hours, you know, 120 minutes, whatever, just something to make sure you don't get kicked out of your recording. And then this is pretty important here, especially when it comes to transcripts, and I'll tell you about that a little later, is where you want it to publish to. The default is that it's going to publish to your library. But I wanted to publish to, especially since this is going to be a live stream, I wanted to publish to a specific course. So it's going to have the courses, these are my current courses, and I'm in this SB100, which is what I pointed out before. So I'm going to click on there because I want to make sure that it's going into that course. And then, let's see. Okay, so then it's just going to create a new class. And then I want to click live stream, because that's what I'm making is I want to create a live stream, and then I'm going to click save. And then I will click the record button here, and that gives you 5 seconds to count down. And then it's going to minimize and go into my tray. And then down here, I want you to see, okay, it's not recording yet until it puts a little, that red dot comes up. So now it's recording, and I want to show you when you go into your class. Let's see, I probably need to refresh this. So right here, chapter 1 live. So this is my live stream. Now, if I click on that, it's going to show me the live stream, but I think we're probably going to run into some issues just because watching a live stream of your live stream probably is not going to work. But it's waiting for it, and it's probably just not understanding what I'm doing. But that's what students would see is this. When they go in, they would see that this is a live stream happening, and then they could click on that and then they would be able to pull that live stream up.
Angie, is this the way we record everything, even if we're not in the classroom?
You can, yes. And it's just, instead of checking that box for live stream, you just leave it unchecked, and then you can do your recording that way.
I didn't,
Go ahead.
I didn't do that.
That's okay. That's okay. To be honest with you, I'm learning some of the best practices along the way myself. So if I've learned something that's a little different than maybe what I told you before, then I'll let you know, because this is a little bit different. This is not how they showed us originally. When I went to the to the train the trainer stuff too. And so, but I found that this is the best way especially when it comes to transcripts, and I'll show you why in a minute. And other things like that, it makes it much easier. You don't have to create the recording and then put it in the course. Like, it just automatically is going into the course.
I hate to ask, but would you show us again how you
No,
do?
never mind. Sure. Yeah, let me stop the recording. So this is how you're going to stop it. It's scheduled to finish here. We're going to finish. Let's go ahead and close it. Okay. So let's go. I'm going to go back to the home page. And I'll do a short video of just how to do this as well when I get in my office. And that way you don't have to go through all this, the recording for this. Okay. So let's go Echo360 down here. All right, make sure the name of your course is here. Create a new capture. Okay, again, I'm making sure this is my name up here. And then the next is I want to edit the capture details. I'm going to change this to chapter 2. Leave that the way that it is. I want to put it in this course. And this time I'm not going to live stream. So I'll just leave that blank and click save, then record. And that's it. It's recording now. So then when you're finished with the recording, you'll click here on this icon in the tray. It is still recording here, so we'll just click stop. And then it says it's scheduled to finish. We want to finish it now. You actually don't have to sit here and wait for the upload. You can close this out if you want. I am going to just wait for it. Okay.
Angie,
What if
Yes.
you clicked the X?
I'm sorry?
What if you clicked the X?
It would just close out of that, but it's still going to prepare in the background.
Okay.
Oh, I know what you mean. You mean on here. I'm sorry. Let me show that. All right, so here's stop, this is pause, and this actually is that you want to delete the capture.
Okay.
So you're like in the middle of it and you know this is not working out, so you just go
Okay.
that out. Okay.
Angie, is this automatically going to your library too, even though you saved it to a course?
It is, yes. It will automatically go to the library. So let's see here. I need to refresh. So this is not my library. This is, I'm in my Sandbox, this SB 100 course. So the chapter 2 is the one I just did. But if I click on my library, I also see it here.
Perfect.
So that makes it so you can share it to other courses as well if you want. But it is assigned to a course already. Again, I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm just saying, if you accidentally record it to a wrong course,
Mm-hmm.
you can move it.
You can, yes.
Okay, yeah,
So let's see here.
thank you.
Let me play around with this. No, that's not right.
And did you use Echo360 at all then, or did you use Zoom? Ann. Did I say Angie? I meant Ann.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're asking me.
Well, you said you didn't do this. So does that mean you didn't use Echo360 at all, or you just did it differently?
I did it differently, and I was just testing playing, and it was, I just don't get it. So I didn't go through this whole area. Now, this summer I did the live streaming. I've seemed to have gotten that. So I've gotten myself.
And if you would feel better about it, you and I can schedule a one-on-one.
Okay, that would be
Let's do
good.
that. Yeah, send me and anybody else who would like to have a one-on-one, you know, where we can sit down and actually go through it. That is my preference as far as a format. I would rather us have like a small group kind of thing where we could sit around. And if more people want to join in, you know, I can have a little, let's sit down and bring your laptops or whatever and, you know, work on this together. Because I know I'm a hands-on learner, so, you know, that's my preference for teaching as well. Let's see. Okay, so as far as if you had a recording and you put it in the wrong course or you want to add it to an additional course, let me show you how to do that real quickly. Okay, so if you go to your library and say, okay, so this is chapter 2, we want to make sure it's there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to courses. And let's say I want to add it to this course that I have here. All mine are like sandboxes and stuff. So I'm going to click on this course here. And then, let's see, move all of the faces over here. Let's see, we'll have to do a new class and let's call it chapter 2 as well. And okay, so then what I would do is just click the plus button here. And I want to add a video and it's in my library. So I'm going to add it. And this is why it's really important that you give all of his recordings a name, because you'll have like several, like I do here, that say untitled. So I'm going to click chapter 2 and done. And then that is now in this additional course. Okay. That seems like that would make a very nice, quick little video as well to show you how to do that. So I'll be working on all that stuff. Okay. Any other questions about like a live stream or any of that? Because my next topic is going to, go ahead, Lisa. You're on mute.
I'm sorry, this might be on your schedule to do, Angie, but
Yes.
we've been live streaming.
Okay.
And the most difficult part for, I think, our faculty has been the questions.
Yeah, that's my next
people
topic.
that are virtual, because we
Yeah.
have about 20 people off campus.
Okay. And so you're getting
Yeah.
questions in there during the live stream and everything?
Yes. Is there a recommended or preferential way to see those questions?
Is it possible to have an additional person in the classroom with you that's managing the questions?
That's what we've actually hit on. We have asked now this morning for a volunteer for each course.
Okay.
And they would be monitoring, even though they're in the classroom, they're watching the live stream.
Right.
They don't need to watch the live stream because they are there, but they are volunteering to monitor the chat, so to speak, because I found as an instructor, it's very hard. There's a lot of buttons you have to touch
Yeah.
to get to that Q&A. And then you have to go backwards and get back to your PowerPoint.
Okay.
It's real cumbersome.
Right.
I didn't know if there's a, quick and easy way that you can switch to the Q&A.
I would say that's probably what you're doing is probably the best at this point. If I discover any other, like and I would love, I'm probably going to be talking to some other faculty and other, instructional designers to see some of the things that they are doing for this kind of thing. But I was like, that's the first thing that popped into my head is if you have someone who can actually do the monitoring of it, that would be great. Whether it's a student or another faculty member or whoever.
Okay, I just didn't know whether we
And you have such a
are
large
missing
class, so
something.
no. Okay, so all right, now transcripts. Oh, this is one that I had a hard time with, but I'm going to show you what I discovered. So if you this is something that you need to do before you do any of your other recordings or anything. If you want to have transcripts or closed captioning in your videos or recordings, you have to turn that on for each course. So, and I don't mean each course in Canvas, I mean each course that shows up in your Echo360, not library, but when you click on courses. So all of the current ones, and I have 3 because it's showing my summer courses here too, but I'm just looking at my 3 courses here. So what I'm going to do is I want to turn transcripts on for each of these. I've actually already done that, so I'm just going to show you one and how to do that. Again, I will make a video for this that will be posted, so when you're ready to do it, you can do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on your course card or whatever you want to call that. All right, so then make sure you're in your course over here. You're not in library. And then, because if you're in library, you're not going to have these options across the top here. These options are only relevant to individual courses. So what I want to do is I've got to click on settings. All right, so then I have this settings screen come up. It's default, the default it's on details, but I want to click on features because that's what they consider transcripts as a feature. And then here it says ASR course media. Not intuitive at all. This is where it automatically creates machine-generated transcripts for any captures published to a course. So this has to be on. So it most likely is going to look like this little gray toggle button, but it needs to be green with a check mark. And this has to be done for all of your courses in Echo360 for it to work. And then, okay, so we have that setting taken care of. We're going to go back, let's see, to my IDS4 right here. So then whenever I record a video, a live stream, any of that, as long as you do it the way that I showed you with setting up, let's see, let's go through that process again. As long as you go to new capture, okay. All right, and then edit capture details. And then make sure that it's going to one of these courses and not the library, okay? If it records and is published directly to the library, it will not create a transcript. It has to be to one of the courses that you have turned that option on for. This was such a painful process for me to understand to start with because I kept saying, where are my transcripts? I've turned this on, I don't understand. Yes, Lisa?
Sorry, just asking a question. Assuming that all faculty want to create transcripts of their class periods, is this a step that the college, and I probably mean you, Angie,
Yes.
can just go in and do it for all of us so that it's always turned on? In other words, I have a hard time, or I can tell my colleagues, but if it is something that, you know, is routinely desired, it would seem like it would just be put into every course.
That would be so much easier.
Reasonable?
I think that's a very reasonable thing. I would have no problem with that. I do want to ask, I will ask Susan Cadone and the others who are over this whole process, if that is a possibility. Actually, I'll just go straight to the guy who did the sales thing.
Because I can tell you that all the PA classes want transcripts.
Right. Well, and they all, you know, I think all of our classes, we want to have that. Let me make a note so I don't forget that.
Aren't we technically required to have them for accessibility?
Yes.
Yeah, you'd think the college would make sure it's always checked.
So to go back,
especially the way they dinged us, but.
Well, to go back, Angie, you said if we save it to the library. So if I were just creating something, let's say I'm not capturing something in a classroom, but I'm just creating a recording of my own that I know I want to use, but I'm not quite sure when or how.
Mm-hmm.
If I just save it to my library, there won't be a transcript of it.
Right, but it should be, if you publish, this is theoretically, if you publish it to a course, it should generate the transcript.
Even if it came from, even if I originally put it in my library?
It should generate it. That's what I've been told. It can take up to 30 minutes for the transcript to process.
Yeah, that would be fine. As long as it's there. I just would hate to think that every time I wanted to create something, I had to know exactly
which course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if I
definitely
were
understand.
trying to
Yeah.
work ahead.
It's supposed to happen at the point of publishing to a course.
Okay.
I do think, you know, if you do know which course you want it to go into, it's better to publish to that originally, just to help with any confusion. But yeah, I do know that there are some that, some recordings you might want to do that may not go directly to the course. Okay. So that is all of the content that I had for you. I know that you guys probably have some more questions, and I'm happy to.
Questions is Gabby Darville. When you would turn on the transcription option for the class, I noticed that it had an option to wait to publish the video after closed caption has been added, but you didn't have that enabled. Do you think that that's important?
Oh, let me look at that.
Students and transcripts, shouldn't we wait for the closed caption processing to be done?
Let me take a look at that real quick here. Let me share this so you can help me out. Okay. So where did you see that? Was it on this screen?
Delay video availability, ensure videos are only made after closed captioning has been processed and completed.
Oh yeah, so that would just make it so that the students, if you have that, it would make it so the students cannot see it, even if you already have it uploaded, until it's been processed. Because like I said, that process can take about 30 minutes.
Okay.
So I think that makes it so that as soon as that process is finished, then the video is available.
Okay.
Susie has a question.
The
Has anyone?
Or would you talk like, so is it going to be a separate transcript or is it going to be a closed caption type of transcript? I guess is my question.
Well, the transcript, let me show you what it looks
Like how in Zoom, the transcript is to the side and then it also.
It's to the side, just like, it's actually, and this will answer the question that Susie has too, asking whether anyone's tested to see which transcript is more accurate, Zoom versus Echo. They use the exact same tool. It's through Amazon, through one of their tools. It's the same tool. So it would most likely be the same as far as accuracy, which is not very accurate. Especially if you have a little bit of an accent like me. But I will show you what that looks like when you do have a transcript. Let's see. I have one here. I think it's this one. Oh, I didn't even click that. Well, yeah, that's fine. That's not the way I wanted to show you. Let's see. Click on the actual video. And then you can click edit transcript, and then it shows up over here. And this is how you would edit it. As far as viewing, let's see. Maybe we'll click on here. Yeah, it should show up on this side, but I'm not seeing it. This is a test. All right. Yeah. So. Unfortunately, there are still some questions as far as the transcripts go, y'all. Okay, we'll be back.
So I
Right.
guess that my question was, is it important for ADA compliance that we wait till the processing for the closed caption is done before?
Yes, it is. It is important.
To go back and add and select that feature.
Yes. So, I mean, if you wanted to have that feature turned on, that's fine. I probably would recommend it. And it should only take about 30 minutes or so to generate that transcript. So, you know, and I think most of the time you're probably going to have be creating your videos ahead of time, unless it's the live stream.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Angie.
You are welcome, and let me know anybody who wants a one-on-one kind of thing. And every day I'm doing. They have training. Echo360 has that I try to go to, and you know, we're kind of in this boat together because I'm trying to learn it as we go too, but you know, that's how it is a complicated tool. So let me know if you want a one-on-one, and I'm happy. Or like I said, if you want to get 3 or 4 of you, whatever, together, we can meet in a conference room or something and work on it, like actual videos and creating them. So.
Angie,
Yes,
could
David.
you show how to embed a video in a course module in Canvas, specifically a Canvas page?
On a Canvas page as
I
opposed
did
to
it, but I'm not that confident that I wasn't just lucky.
okay. I'm sure you weren't just lucky, but yes, I will show you how to do that. Actually was messing with that a little bit today myself. Okay, so now one thing I was trying to do was embed a PowerPoint, and you can't do that, I found out. You have to, if you want to embed anything, you have to embed a video, but you can add a PowerPoint from Echo360, but it's probably easier just to do it straight from Canvas. Okay, so let's find a video that we want to embed. All right. Well, let's just go with this one. All right. And then, so I'm going to click on the icon here and then details. All right. So then when I scroll down where it says add link, you can click there and then it gives you an option to embed. So this is going to be that HTML code that you need to embed. Now you can change the size. We'll leave it at the default here. So you copy this. Let's see. Okay, so it's on the clipboard now. So then you can go to the page that you want. So let's just say, let's go to, I have a page on modules. So, oh, shoot, okay. Of course, this one doesn't have a module yet. All right, so now let me add a page. All right. Okay, so when I click on the page, and then I'm going to edit using the content editor. Here, I'm going to click HTML, and then I'm going to paste that code in that I copied, then save and publish. Oh, and there's the transcript. Thank you. So then the video, that's the video on the page that's been embedded.
Do we have to click that HTML thing? Is it a problem if it's not clicked?
You do, yes. If you put it on, if you type it in, I'll show you if you don't.
I was gonna say, if you did all that on your own, David, I'm impressed.
I'm good at cutting and pasting.
There may have been something else, that a different way you did it, I'm not sure. But if you don't click on the HTML, let me first, I'm gonna take this out and I'll show you what happens. Okay, so let's go back to Rich Content Editor. If you paste that, then you're just gonna see this. So just like with almost every software, I know there's got to be another way to do it, multiple ways of doing it. So, I mean, if you didn't do it that way, you found a way to do it.
Boy.
Okay, thank you. But I learned that little click on the details to get you to that video page.
Uh-huh.
I definitely didn't do it that way.
Okay.
I went from the little
Like a
icon in the course, and then there's a little 3-dot drop-down menu that
Yes.
says share,
Yes, okay.
and then things come up. But I think it's better to go the other route.
Okay. And there's another video idea. So
Good job, David.
yeah, impressed. I'm impressed. Okay. Any other questions, experiences? Any of that good stuff? Okay.
So Angie, just while we're here, because I got feedback from the student, they couldn't access it in my course, so I sent them just the link
Mm-hmm.
course. Now maybe it's on their phone. They said they can only see me and not see the PowerPoint. So I think there's still some things I'll have to figure out, or the students will have to figure out with their tech.
And I'll take it. What course is that? Because I'd like to take a look at that too.
PT 604, I asked the student to go ahead and email you with screenshots and stuff.
Oh yeah, it'd be great if they did, because then I could see, like, I could see what they're
see
seeing.
everything in my student view, so it doesn't appear to be problematic for me.
And see, the problem with student view student view works great for most Canvas issues, but when you're using these outside technologies, even though they're integrated with Canvas, they still, like, student view doesn't really work as well. It just doesn't, it can't quite give you, and I've asked for a fake student account and I haven't been able to get one, so.
One other question, when you have that view, it seems that the PowerPoint you're working from and then the video of you speaking are the same size. Can the students modify that in their view, or do we have to?
I don't know. It doesn't, I doubt that the students could modify it. Yeah, but I'll look into
modify
that.
it? So there's
I'm
not
sorry?
so much of us,
And more of the,
more of the presentation.
I'll let you know. I'll play around with that and see if I can do that, and test out, you know, how to make it. So you'd rather have like a little, like a picture in picture kind of thing, like a little small view of you.
Just either side. I just wondered.
Okay. Yeah, let me look into that. I'll get back.
You don't usually get to see yourself lecture, but you can go to the video here and
All right.
echo.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Thank you, Angie.
You are welcome. I will put the recording for this video up on the CHP resources course. And then I've got a lot to do as far as making some little videos for y'all too. So, and please email me and we'll schedule something if y'all want to one-on-one or small groups. Okay.
Thanks, Angie.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Angie.
you. Bye.